I remember growing up thinking how remarkable that two sides of my family were extraordinarily artistic. How two artistic families merged through the meeting of my mom and dad at Castles Beach in Santa Cruz, California, 1966, and how I came into this world among a community of artists. I remember the aroma of wet paintbrushes and bottle jars of water in my childhood home. My mother painting beautiful seascapes, boat harbors, lighthouses, and foggy San Francisco views, all reflections of her life growing up in the Bay Area. I remember going to art shows, art exhibits, art galleries, and art festivals all over California. Pack a lunch, bring your sketchbook and colored pencils, my mother would say. I remember always having any art supply at my disposal, even if it was a used, crooked paintbrush and a couple of crackling tubes of acrylic paint. I remember my grandma's painting of her family outside their Model T in the desert, driving from Salt Lake City to San Francisco, an ever-cherished painting which now hangs above her bed. I remember her painting, making jewelry, and reminiscing of meeting my grandpa in San Francisco, giving up art for a while and later picking it up after a mini lesson in acrylic painting from my mother. I remember going to my other grandma's home and playing near a room thick with canvases, easels, paintbrushes, miscellaneous art supplies, and stacks of art lesson videos she had produced, the room smelling deep of oil paints. I remember her gigantic paintings of the dramatic sights of the Oregon coastline, with its spruce-lined cliffs, and how I could hear vicious waves crashing on jagged rocks by simply gazing at the paint strokes. I remember hearing about the art shows that my whole family would attend before I was born, and how anyone who could sell a unique craft they've made would, as ambitious young artists. I remember my Aunt Janice painting soft pastel lives of garden patios and vases full of giant flowers, her passion for art rooted in the artistic bloodline. I remember what happens when two artist-type families come together. They have artistic babies. So I grew up doing all sorts of artsy things, mostly painting in the most vivid colors I could gather. I would paint reflections of my love of surfing and the energy of the sea as my tremendous inspiration. I may not be as talented, successful, or ambitious as the artists in my family, but I am comfortable calling myself an artist. I can't help it sometimes. I keep a journal of artful ideas that flow through me like honey. I am an artist because I have been surrounded by artists. For the artists in my family, art is perceiving life with passion. These beautiful, strong, creative women may or may not be found in history books. Their claim is to beauty, through paintings on walls and imprints on passionate hearts like mine.